Hello everybody and welcome to this instruction video. In this video I'd like to show you how to make a variation of the granny for week 7 of the Scheepjes Crochet ALong 2014. Now, to make this granny as such you need the pattern. That's this pattern, the Scheepjes Crochet ALong pattern for week 7, a pattern by Wink, and you can download the original pattern from her website, acreativebeing.com. Now, download this pattern, and then I'd like to show you how to make a variation on it, because in the center of the pattern you have a 8-star flower or 8-petal flower, and I'd like to show you how to make a slight variation on that, in which you don't have 8 arms but 16 arms, like this, in a 3-dimensional structure where you have the light green on top of the dark green. And what this granny looks like is in essence like this, to give you an idea of what the variation looks like. I have not extended this full granny because from here onwards it's exactly the same as the original pattern. So I'm only going to be showing you the first 4 rounds of this granny. Actually only rounds 2, 3 and 4, because round 1 is also exactly the same as the original. Now, to make it in this color variation that I've made here, you need 3 colors of yarn. The light green is this yarn, Cotton 8 by Scheepjes, and it's color 669. To the dark green is this yarn, also Cotton 8, and then color 713. And the red, which I've made only the first outer layer of, is this yarn, also Cotton 8, and then color 510. Now, to make this variation you need the original pattern, and I will be showing you rounds 2, 3 and 4. A lot of luck and enjoy. Okay, so the first round of this variation you make exactly the same as the regular pattern. So I've just made 15 double crochets and the chain 3, and I've joined them in the third of the chain 3 stitches. So this is the regular round 1. Now, to make this variation we're going to start as with round 2 with the chain 6. We're going to make this first spoke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's just like the normal pattern, and we're going back regular as well. So skip the first stitch, and in the second I'm going to make a single crochet. In the third stitch also make a single crochet, and in the next 2 stitches make a half double crochet. So that's 1. Also in the next make a half double crochet, so, and in the last stitch make a double crochet. And up until this point everything is exactly the same as for the regular pattern, and now we're going to do it slightly different. What you would normally do is in the next 2 stitches make a slip stitch through the entire stitch. So through both the front and the back loop of all of these stitches. What we're now going to do is we're going to make slip stitches, but only in the front loop of these 2. So you see here this front loop and the back loop. So pick up only the front loop, like so, and make a slip stitch into it, like so. And exactly the same for the next stitch. Now I'm going through the stitch, so I've got 2 loops on my hook. You don't want that. Only pick up the front loop, like so. The reason is the back loops we're going to be using for the second series of spokes. So this is the second slip stitch, like so. So I've now only used the front loops. Now I'm going to do exactly the same, make another spoke. So chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go back in the usual way. So skip that first chain stitch, and in the next make a single crochet, another single crochet, make a half double, and another half double, so, and make a double crochet in that last stitch. Now again, on the next 2 stitches, only pick up the first loop, only the front loop of the stitch, and make a slip stitch. And for the second stitch, again, only pick up the front loop and make a slip stitch. And this you're now going to repeat until you have 8 spokes around, and I'll meet you at the end of these 8. So making the slip stitches in the front loop of each stitch, and then we're going to be using back loops. So I've just done spoke number 7, and I'm going to show you just one more time with spoke number 8. So on that first front loop, I'm going to make a slip stitch, as well as in the next front loop only make a slip stitch like so, and now do in last spoke 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then go back, make that chain, first single crochet on the chain, second single crochet, a first half double, the second half double, and then the last one is a full double crochet. 1, 2, and now make a slip stitch in the front only of that last stitch like so. And here we're going to cut off yarn, pull through and work this yarn in and tuck it away. Now if we look at towards the back, what you can nicely see is at the back that you've still got a series of loops left, and these ones we're going to be using for row 2 of the leaves of the flower. And for row 2 I'm going to use a different colored yarn because I think that looks nice. So I'm going to tie on a second color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally just tie it on to at a point where I want to start. Now what's nice is if the next leaves are in between these two. So I want to start basically at a in a space between 2 leaves. So I'm going to just pick up, I'm going to just literally just tie it on, and you may say this is not so elegant, but true, but it is very efficient, and you can always use a different way if you prefer. I'm going to just tie it on, pick up a loop, and now I'm exactly in the middle of these 2, and I'm going to make a chain 6. 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, 5, 6, and go back in the way that we did before. So that first one, make a double crochet, or a single crochet I should say, and make a single crochet on the next, and then make a half double, make another half double, and while you're doing this, make sure that your flower doesn't get twisted, because then your end result will also be look a little funny. And that last one is this is regular double crochet, like so. And now what you want to do here is at the back is go into the first back loop, make a slip stitch there, and go to the next loop like so, and make a slip stitch there, and repeat. And that way your leaves are going to end up exactly in the middle of these two. So here I'm now again going to be making chain 6, etc, etc. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to show you once more, and then I'm going to make a jump to the end. So that's, the spokes as such aren't difficult, but they do take just a little bit of time, because you've got to do this very delicately and accurately, making sure that your chains don't rotate, or that you don't not making the wrong stitches in the wrong order. So it's more a case of keeping your wits about you than it is anything else. And there we go. And then on the last stitch, double crochet, like so. And now again on the next 2 of these back stitches, make a slip stitch. So on the back here, on the first one, make a slip stitch, and on the second one as well, make a slip stitch, and continue. So here you already have a feeling for what it's going to look like. So continue like this all the way around. So when you're all done, your flower looks like this. You can see you've got 2 colors on alternating sides, like so. And if you look towards the back, so I've tied in all the ends, you can see that you've also got the dark green on the inner loops. And now you're ready to continue with the next round. And here you can, I've taken out again another color simply because I want to. It's all up to you which color you choose. Now start in a spoke, doesn't matter which. I'm going to take this light green one here. So I've got a loop on my hook and enter into that space that you have here, like so. Oh no, that's the wrong space. And where is it? Where is it? It's got to be here somewhere. Ah, there we go. And make a single crochet in that space, like so. Now what we would normally do is we'd make chain 5 and then we'd make a next stitch into this light green one here. But now we also want to connect this dark green to the rest of the granny, otherwise this is going to be all disconnected and loose. So we're going to be making chain 2, then single crochet in the dark green, chain 2, and then make the double crochet stitches into this light green one. So chain 2, so it's 1, 2, make a single crochet on the dark green in the same space as we do all stitches, just like so, and then chain 2, and now we're going to be making the double crochet, chain 2, double crochet on this light green here. And every time it is a bit tricky to find that correct space, but it's got to be in there somewhere. There we go. So it's double crochet, chain 2 and double crochet in the same space, like so. And now we again want to make a chain 2, 1, 2, and then make a single crochet in the dark green, and we're going to keep on doing that until we have everything connected. Okay, now I've got, oh, there we go. So a single crochet, chain 2, and now we've effectively done the chain 5 that we would have done before. So in this one again, a single crochet. That's not the entire space. There we go. Single crochet, like so. And now again, of course, we need to first connect the dark green one here. So it's again chain 2. And look for the space here. That one was easier. Single crochet, chain 2, and in this one we now make a double crochet stitch. So it's double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So that's a corner stitch we're making here. And I do know my fingers are getting all knotted because you're trying to do so many things at the same time. There you go. Double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet, like so. And now it is again chain 2, 1, 2, and a single crochet in the dark green. And you're going to continue with this all the way around until you've connected everything. So you can see the pattern here is in essence it's the same as the original with the chain 5, except halfway, so you've got an extra single crochet, so it's chain 2, single crochet, chain 2. So you still have 5 stitches, they're only slightly different than the original. So this is your original, and here you've got an extra, or you've got a 1 chain stitch replaced with a single crochet. Now, go all the way around, and then I'll see you at the end, and we'll make round 4 as well. And when you've completed all of these, this is what your granny looks like at the moment. You can see the 4 corner stitches, and you can see how your extra spokes have been connected to the granny with single crochets. Now I'm going to do round 4 again with you, and because 5 and onwards will be unchanged. So this will be the last round that I'll be doing with you. We're going to start with a chain 3 for the first double crochet, because we're on top of this stitch here. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now the pattern says make 6 double crochets in the chain 5 space. Now our chain 5 space now consists out of a chain 2, a single crochet, and a chain 2. Now the easiest thing to do at this point is to make 3 double crochets on the one side and 3 double crochets on the other. You could also choose to make 2 on one side, 1 double crochet on the single crochet, and 3 on this side. It's up to you, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you get 6 stitches in this area before going to the corner double crochet there. So up to you on exactly how you do it. I'm going to make 3 on one side of that single crochet. 1, 2 and 3, like so. And then in essence I'm going to skip the single crochet, and in the next chain 2 space I'm going to again make 3 double crochets, because what's important is that your number of stitches are the same for around 5. That's what's important, like so. And this small gap here you will hardly notice at the end. So now we're here onto this, onto the corner. So on this double crochet here we make a double crochet, like so. In the corner we make a regular corner stitch, that's 2 double crochets, followed by chain 2 and 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, like so. And then on the stitch, that first stitch there, we make a double crochet, like so. And now we're on to a next chain space, and again here I'm going to making 3 on this side and 3 on that side, because we need to make 6 double crochets. So that's 1, 2 and 3 in the chain 2 space, like so. And then on the other side here in this other chain 2 space I'm again going to be making 3 double crochets, so in essence skipping that single crochet we've made on the extra spoke, like so. And on this center double single crochet here I am going to be making 1 double crochet, like so, because this is also one of the original pattern stitches. And again on the next one 3 double crochets in that chain 2 space, like so. And in the next chain 2 space, so skipping this single crochet here, on the next chain 2 space I'm going to be making again 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, like so. And now you're onto the corner again, so continue like this all the way around and make 3 double crochets in each of the around the extra spoke, and skipping the single crochet directly on top of it, and then work all the way around just like we've done here on this edge, and I'll see you for the final end of this round and to show you what the end result looks like. And when you've gone all the way around, what you need to do at the last moment is of course join with a slip stitch in the third of the 3, that's only half a stitch, the third of the 3 chain stitches from the beginning, like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here, because from this point onwards it's all exactly the same as the original pattern. I hope this was useful for you, and that you're able to use this variation to make your granny and your blanket at the end even more beautiful than it already is. I hope this was a useful instruction video for you. Thank you for watching, and until the next time. Goodbye.